Let's go, you guys. Come on. Let's go. 4-1 win away from home against Crystal Palace. Wow. Finally, after God knows how long, the goals have finally come. I've been waiting for a while, yeah? I've been waiting for a goddamn long time for us to score at least more than 3 goals in a game. But one thing I did not expect today was just how masterful the football really was. I mean, wow. Today, you guys, it really felt like we got a little teaser in that, little glimpse into Tuchel and the final style of football that he is trying to drill and instill in this team. I mean, you guys, as you can tell from my voice, I'm very excited right now, extremely happy. We saw an incredible team performance. I mean, throughout the game today, the motto was 1 touch, 2 touch. Crystal Palace could not cope. Now, I know what some people may say, you know, today, Nini, Palace, they didn't give themselves no favours whatsoever. You know, they weren't getting close enough to us. They weren't pressing us hard enough. Like, of course, naturally with a team like us with our talent, we're going to demolish teams like this who aren't ready to defend against us. But one thing you have to understand, yeah, the way we started this game, the intensity from the beginning, the way every single player was on it. When you play this way and deservedly lead very early on, it sends out a message to the opposition, sends out a very clear message that this is going to be a long day. You guys, you know, all the fans, when we used to see your Drogba's, Lampard's, Terry's, etc., etc. You know, we used to play like a big club. Games where, you know, the opposition kind of defeat themselves because it's very hard to mentally even be able to compete against us due to the golfing class. And today, you guys, it felt like that feeling had come back, and this is very exciting. Let's see where we go from here on. But you guys, honestly, there's so many massive positives to discuss in this review today. I hope you guys enjoy. If you're happy with the performance, if you're happy with seeing Kai lighting up the game, if you're happy with Pulisic coming back, he's back now, you guys. Puli is back. You have to smash that like button. Help me get over 3,000 likes for today's video, you guys. And without wasting no more time, I think it's only right that we kick things off by discussing the lineup that we saw. Now, of course, the biggest talking point immediately was the fact that there was no Timo Werner in the team. And I'm going to sound pretty controversial, but maybe our performance was kind of like this because Werner was not in this team. And I'm going to say this straight away, yeah, because, again, it's only my opinion. You know, I'm not saying that it's a concrete opinion, but it's a hunch I've had for a while. And it felt like today, it felt like I was guaranteed to see something incredible. When you have someone like a Pulisic, for example, playing on the left wing, I feel like you get a lot more offensively. You know, Pulisic plays better between the lines compared to Timo. I feel like Pulisic, he adds more to the team, you know, more threat, that ability to, you know, consistently get past this man or to, you know, consistently keep the ball in tight spaces. You know, it gives us more dimensions. It allowed us to have more momentum when it comes to breaking teams down. And, you know, there was one thing too that Pulisic does that I thought he does better than Timo Werner, and that's that late arrival inside the box in the far post. You know what I mean? That run where he's constantly the guy trying to get on the end of the move. This is something that Frank Lampard clearly worked very hard with Pulisic on, and it's something that Puli has now added to his game. Now, when he got that goal, making it 4-1, and yes, you guys, you know, I feel like I have to speak about Pulisic now because what a performance he had today. That far post run he makes is a lot better than Werner's. Throughout the game, he was constantly threatening and testing to get on the end of that, and I was so happy that he did eventually get onto that, because it's not only been this game, but it's been many games previously where Puli's run in the far post has, you know, not been profited with, you know, good industry that Puli was showing. So, I don't know, you guys, I still like Werner, but I do feel like we do get that little bit more. For me, with how Werner plays, it's about playing balls very early to him, because you're not going to expect him to play between the lines. You're not going to expect him to do that type of the work. He has to get on the end of these moves, and that's one thing that I haven't been seeing. I'm seeing him more down the left-hand side playing as a wing-back compared to making the runs that Puli does time and time again. And I don't know, you guys, when Tuchel said that there were tactical reasons for this game, I think it was pretty evident what those reasons were. But anyway, you guys, I do have to continue on because the football, the football the football ball that we played today. This was outstanding. This was out of this world. This was world-class football. We made Crystal Palace look extremely average. Of course, big tactical reasons, that right-hand side was key today, acting as essentially that extra man down the flanks, being that free man. You know, time and time again, we were constantly playing from left to right, left to right, left to right, just stretching them open time and time again. And when you play this style of football, when you play this way, you're forcing the opposition to have to run more. And as time goes on, their ability to close the spaces down out wide, it gets less and less and less. And it was no surprise why we built the foundations from these areas when it came to just absolutely destroying Crystal Palace today. Hudson-Odoi was very key in this game with his, directness, his pace in behind, his ability to run in behind to stretch Crystal Palace. Alongside him, the amazing combo play that we saw with him, Mount, Kai Havertz, and of course Azpilicueta, who does really well playing as that, third centre back who's able to push up and join the midfield. Constantly created overloads time and time again, and it was no surprise why Wilfried Zaha was a very frustrated figure throughout this game today, because honestly he had no chance in hell of doing anything, you guys. But this was a masterful performance from a footballing perspective, and two guys that get massive credit for allowing us to play this way was Jorginho and Kova. If they can play more like this, wow. I thought Jorginho, this was his best Andrea Pirlo impression that I've seen from him, and Kova was doing things I've been saying and asking for time and time again. How many accurate switch balls was he playing left, right and centre, playing with pace, with tempo, moving the ball quickly, passing more instead of carrying the ball unnecessarily. Two masterful performances in midfield, and of course, when they're playing this well, it gives the team a fighting chance throughout, you guys. But Of course, let's discuss some of the goals now, because one player in particular who played such a massive decisive part, especially in the first half, was Kai Havertz. Now, wow, Kai Havertz, we've seen him tease us with, certain games where, he's showing that bit of fire, he's showing that little bit of quality, and that, the reasons why we spent so much money and fought so long to bring to this football club. The first half in particular was outstanding, and honestly, if his finishing in this game was a lot stronger and a lot better, easily he's winning the Man of the Match awards, because in that first half in particular, Palace couldn't cope. Him playing false nine, knowing when to arrive in space, knowing when to run in behind. The cameo at the start. I mean, the first goal, for God's sake, that kind of set the entire precedent. An amazing passing move, industry and intensity to win the second ball in Palace's half, and then it finds Kai Havertz. He has that composure in areas like this in the final third where he can produce that little bit of magic, you guys. And that's how we got the first goal. Opens his body up, bottom left corner, left footed shot, exquisite goal. And then literally right after that, I couldn't even finish my tweet, you guys, because we made it 2-0. Excellent goal from Pulisic, near post, his stray mark shot. And again, that comes from Kai Havertz playing a pass in an area which I'm telling you guys, he's been getting himself in those areas time and time again throughout the season without no one ever finding him. So it kind of felt like to me, Kai was saying, this is where I want the ball, you guys. But yeah, after that, he produced one of the most classic, beautiful pieces of skill I've seen for a long time, you guys. It was Van Persie-esque, it was Bergkamp-esque, it was just total football. God knows how he was able to flip the ball over, I think, Cahill's heads when it was a drop ball in the air in one move like that, and then taking the shot with the right foot. It deserved the goal. Honestly, it really did, because his movement caused so much mayhem for Palace. They had no one to mark, nothing to do, and again, the massive shame is that he couldn't get at least 2 goals, because he got in so many great areas, but his finishing should have been a lot better, you guys. But of course, to continue on, we make it 3-0. Kurt Zouma coming through again, and for me, Kurt Zouma, Mason Mount is pretty similar to Azpilicueta and Morata. That's 5 goals now for Kurt Zouma, the defender with the most goals in the EPL this season, and it's fully deserved. Honestly, for me, I don't think Kurt gets enough credit for how he's really mastered how to, time his leaps in the air. He's got so good at attacking the ball. I thought he'd never do it, but he has, and He's single-handedly given us an attacking threat from dead ball situations and from set pieces. And for me, I think he's had a good season, another low-key good season. But I don't know, when he's like one of the main assets when it comes to, creating goals from areas like this and moments like this, I feel like he should be starting in a lot more games, you guys. But of course, Benteke, great goal himself, makes it 3-1. And as I said earlier, Pulisic with a great run in the far post to make it 4-1. I mean, honestly, you guys, this was exquisite football on show today. The reaction after that embarrassing defeat to West Brom, let's keep it real, that was shocking, that was embarrassing, has been out of this world. I think it demonstrates and is a testament to the coaching, talent and skills of Thomas Tuchel, testament to the players too for their application, their willingness to keep improving and getting better. And great game against Porto, great game versus Palace, and I feel like, when we play against Porto again, this season potentially is looking like it's going to be very promising, you guys. But today, we saw a footballing masterclass. We've been waiting for this. The team delivered. It was beautiful to see. And on that note, I'm going to wrap things up and keep things moving. I'm the FC. This is Blue Lions TV. I'll catch you guys later with the player ratings video. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys all soon. Peace.